Is the doctrine of the rapture true or a false, unbiblical concept? If true, when does Scripture say it will occur, and how? If false, what's really going to take place at the end of this age? Let's explore what the Scriptures teach. The Apostle Paul addressed believers' concerns about those who had died, so they wouldn't grieve without hope. For since we believe Jesus died and rose again, we also believe that when Jesus returns, God will bring back with him those believers who have died. It's crucial to understand that when a believer dies, their soul, according to the Scriptures, descends into Sheol, awaiting the resurrection. Paul and others never taught that believers go indefinitely to heaven with Christ immediately upon mortal death. Paul needed to clarify these details because false teachers were claiming the resurrection had already occurred, deceiving many.
So when it says God will bring them with Jesus, it means he will bring them back to life from Sheol where they currently reside, not that they are already in heaven returning with him.
It's the angels of God who will accompany Yeshua at his return, not yet resurrected human beings. Paul tells us directly from the Lord, those still living when the Lord returns will not meet him ahead of those who have died. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a commanding shout, with the voice of the Archangel, and with the trumpet call of God. First, the believers who have died will rise from their graves. Then, together with them, we who are still alive and remain on the earth will be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Then we will be with the Lord forever. The Greek word for caught up is Harpazo, meaning to seize, catch up, or snatch away. This is where the idea of rapture comes from, via the Latin Rapturo. Harpazo and Rapturo are synonymous. Paul reiterated to the Corinthians,
Christ the firstfruits, then at his coming those who belong to Christ.
Our Messiah received his resurrected immortal body first because he never broke God's commandments. Sheol had to release him before his flesh saw corruption. Paul tells the Corinthians a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised imperishable, and we shall all be changed. This last trumpet is the seventh trumpet found in Revelation 11, sounding after the period of tribulation on earth and before the wrath of God gets poured out. This is what the rapture does. It saves us from the wrath that will take place on earth at Yeshua's return. What it does not do is remove us from the perilous times on earth before that wrath. Believers will endure the tumultuous days ahead. Second, Esdras tells us that mortal unbelievers remaining will witness this event, seeing the righteous dead return to life and others taken up who never tasted death. For the earth shall then assuredly restore the dead in their same form, to show the living that the dead have come to life again. In conclusion, the rapture is the event that takes place at the exact moment the long-awaited resurrection occurs. Participants are caught up out of harm's way from God's wrath, and then will dwell back on the newly purged earth with their King.